Oh my god. So, I talked Peter into coming over on Facebook. I have not heard from this motherfucker in like over a freaking year. And somehow he's at my house right now. Oh my god, fans, you're in for a goddamn treat. So am I. I think he's at the door. I don't even know what to say to him. I don't even know if he knows Pearl anymore. Jesus Christ. There he is. Peter!
What's up?
Say hi everyone on YouTube.
Hey everybody.
What you been up to, Pete?
Not much.
Come on in, man. Dude, how long's it been since we've seen each other?
About a year.
Jesus Christ. What you been up to, man? You been working or?
Working, playing video games.
That's good. Still fighting the good fight. You're playing Dragon Quest VIII right now, you said?
Yeah.
Sweet, man. You got your rock band shit?
Yeah.
Alright, man. Alright, Peter, let's see if we still got it. We haven't played together in over a year. It's been years, actually. This one's for old time's sake.
Does it feel to treat me like you do when you lay your hands upon me and told me who you are? I thought I was mistaken. I thought I heard your words. Tell me, how do I feel? Tell me now, how should I feel? From the past until completion, we'll turn away no more. You go, Peter. And I still find it so hard to say what I need to say. But I'm quite sure that you'll tell me just how I should feel today.
Alright, motherfucker, welcome to another dysfunctional game development weekend.
Beginning.
And with us today, we have this motherfucker.
What's up, bitches?
He's gonna fit right in the
Perfect.
Alright, so this guy contacted us on forums after Adventures Game Development Chapter 21. Apparently, he's a fellow game developer in Alabama. I didn't know that was fucking possible. And he's from further south than we are. Dude, I didn't even know they had internet down there.
Who's
I
fucking
got
me?
5 meg down.
Oh, did you sign that waiver I sent you?
I'll sign it right now.
We made a fake waiver that says basically if anything happens to you, like while you're here debbing with us, that we can't be held responsible for any legal shit. Yeah.
And your family can't come.
Yeah, and so I sent him this waiver before he comes. I'm like, I'm gonna need you to sign this, just some legal shit. I know. I was waiting for him to be like, why the fuck do I need to sign that?
No, here you go. Jeez.
If I end up at a ditch, you're just not gonna know where I am. You're just gonna be like, wow.
You are in the middle of harvest. You know?
Alright, let's get some food first.
Okay, so I heard a holy fuck a second
So
ago.
basically, this. All right, let me explain to you what happened. So I did the shadows in the last video,
Yes.
and then I tried to work on omnidirectional shadows from point lights. For all of you not quite so learned motherfuckers, omnidirectional shadows are when you have a point light that emits light in every direction. So not only do you have to be able to dynamically cast shadows in every fucking direction. All right.
Yep.
So this literally almost fucking destroyed me.
Yes.
There's a lot of literature on the subject, but they're not using the same kind of orthographic projection view space that I'm using. So all of my math had to be completely reworked and shit, and basically I was a depressed, miserable piece of shit for about a week because I couldn't figure it out. Until I stayed up all goddamn night and got it working.
Well.
So, without further ado,
Jesus.
let me launch the demo level.
What
I
demo
give you-
is this? What we got?
I give you... Oh yeah, I put the adventure log back in, but it's because I fixed the shaders, but it's also affected by the map. Don't worry.
Yeah, I see some little
Don't worry
errors
about
happening
it.
there.
So yeah. Alright. Shazam! Oh.
But
fuck.
jeez.
There they are.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
There's a tiny bit of artifact in there. I gotta fix that. But that's it. This is a point light, emanating light in every single direction. And like I keep emphasizing all the videos, this is in true three-dimensional space.
Jesus.
To where, actually, give me 1 sec.
To be fair, that is the very first time that I've seen this in person, actually.
Yeah. Let me.
Oh my
What
God.
the fuck does he have to say?
What the fuck you gotta say for yourself? This is
Speechless, man.
that is fucking
Speechless.
incredible.
Alright, let me change this variable right here. So, as part of doing this, like, it was such a fucking bitch to debug because basically I was blind for a while. So what I did is I've implemented, as part of the camera subsystem, that you
Yep.
fuckers, I almost said fuckers, I don't know, does he have access to the camera
The
subsystem?
fucking, I guess you can.
Anyway, that you guys can now use this. I use it to debug the light to where you can change the camera to perspective. So I could check what the light was seeing from every direction that it was mapping to the cube map. So
Yeah.
when I do it now, this is what the camera is seeing
I
in the
remember
X
that.
direction. But yeah,
Jesus.
now it's a lot more pristine. So basically this is the Elysian shadow scene, and this is how I'm projecting on this axis, which is generating these shadows.
So, AKA, we need to get our fucking elevation right again.
See? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and there's the bump map shit. So this is with bump mapping and all that. It looks
Jesus
really
Christ.
fucking good, dude. Also, yeah, full 3D if you're walking on a bridge or whatever, and like there's a cube here and like an asshole down here, it will reflect down with elevation.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. So I can elevate the player right now, and as I elevate him, you can see the shadows are changing in 3D space based on your height. See?
Oh, Jesus.
And I'm way above them, and as I get higher. Because, for example, I think
How about you shine onto the adventure
one of these
log?
motherfuckers is actually above me, I believe. Oh, Jesus Christ. How about I occlude myself? I thought I was. I thought I made some that were technically above me, maybe not.
The adventure log is.
Yeah.
Like
Oh, yeah,
when-
way back in, like, God knows where there are cubes that are above me. So you can see, if I go over there, that the shadow is projected with elevation being honored. See, well, the scene's a little bright here, but you can see the shadows like way further over
Oh
here
shit, yeah.
because of the way it's elevated. So it's
That's
correct.
fucking
in
cool as hell.
dimensions. Yeah. So oh Jesus, look at that bump map there. All right, so that's it. I'm
I mean, that
pleased
is
now. Like
literally it.
I have earned my dick back. I feel like. So thank you.
All right, so on to the next bit, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
Jesus. Fucking Christ.
So all I heard is, "Whoa, this is fucking retarded." So naturally, we're gonna film whatever just occurred over here.
Astounding progress.
So
Sounds astounding. All right, hold on.
I'm working on. You see, okay?
Okay. All right.
I'm working on some super secret combat stuff, you know. And let me just equip my sword and.
Okay. All right. But
Hang
well,
on.
you might have fucked the clock. Jesus. You might have fucked your bounding box up, Watson.
She's also not taking damage, and there's some sort of little error happening.
Oh, is she supposed to be taking damage from the giant
Well,
fucking
it's
sword
fucking
from
shit
hell?
itself, so I don't know what the fuck.
Oh. Swing timer. Weapon attic.
It's gonna let me get another one.
Jesus.
No, it's not. It fucking.
It's pissed. Alright, well, damn.
Okay. Now what the fuck is that?
I'm trying to get the fucking shadows to... So, okay, the way that I'm handling shadows for entities is obviously we have 2D geometry, so I'm trying to make the sprite the front face of a cube. So we're rendering during the shadow pass, rendering everything in 3 dimensions, rendering sprites as cubes with the sprites as the front face. So I'm trying to render the 3D geometry that I'm using to produce the shadows, which is supposed to be what these are, but I don't know why the fuck they're like so large prisms, and I don't really know why they're fading out based on the lighting. I don't know, dude. Like, I fucked up. A, I fucked up the dimensions of them, and B, I fucked up the way that I guess untextured quads, Gourod quads, are affected by diffuse lighting. I honestly don't fucking know.
I know there was some shit.
Well, shit has reset. I don't know, it looks kind of cool. It looks trippy.
It's a feature, not a bug.
Yeah, I meant to do that.
I've literally hit a brick wall of code, but the Falco has something to show us.
I was working on my first-person camera, ran into a problem called Julian's fucking face.
Is that what
That's
first-person?
first-person Elysian shadows.
Oh, Jesus. I mean, yeah.
That's my face.
So
That would be some next gen shit. 'Cause, I mean, most games when you play first person, you can't see your body. Like you look down, you don't see legs. First person.
You definitely see, yeah, his face. That's about it.
Yeah.
Well, my productivity has had a good fucking run. I'm trying to debug my shaders, and in order to debug the goddamn shaders, I need the Apple Profiler thing. In order to get the Apple Profiler thing, I have to upgrade OS X, and now it's going to take, like, what, an hour of me sitting here on my ass. I was on a roll.
It was 5 minutes installing. Like, oh, this ain't too bad.
Oh my god.
And it's Mac OS X. The chances of my MacBook ever working properly again are probably like nothing.
This is it.
It had a good run, man. This is probably the
Project's over.
end. God, I'm so fucking pissed off right now. I'll go whiteboard some stuff. Ugh.
Alright, so I read today on the forums that we're gonna work on warpings, on like Lauren warps, and warping between maps, so we need map from Lauren to warp to. So over the course of next like 3 hours or so, I'm just gonna work on a map. I will probably just record all the things, so you will see going from the start to the finish. Fortunately, not the very start, yeah, so I got the basic layout done, fortunately, because that takes the most time and it's the most fucking boring thing ever. But essentially, we're gonna work on the entry map to Lauren. So we're gonna turn something that I have no fucking idea who did this, but it's hideous. Like, this fucking sucks. But fortunately, we're gonna fix it. So we're gonna turn this thing into something that looks a little bit more fucking pristine. So that's basically my start. That's my starting layout, which I will export to. I will just dump whole map to PNG, and I will start working on it in Photoshop. What I'm going to do is that I'm gonna use the current tile sheet that we have, which is this one. So as you can see, like, it's very basic. It's literally some grass tiles, cobblestone tiles, some grass that we can put on top of the cobblestone, some bushes and trees, and that's about it. Like, we have 2 variances of trees that can tile pretty well. Like, I can swap a lot of parts from this tree to this tree, which, you know, you can't really notice it, but over time, like, it makes a difference, even though you might not notice it. And obviously we have like 3 color variances. I might scrap the third one if I'll see that I need more screen space. The current problem with those trees is that you cannot easily work with them. They're like bitch to work with, because they have a lot of transparency in them, so it's hard to build a forest from them. So we're also gonna so the thing that I want to do today will be probably just some entry buildings, so, you know, a couple of standalone huts slash houses in their side. I'm just gonna copy them from Lauren's style sheet. Then I gonna add some like cheating tiles that I can put behind those trees to actually create a forest. I think that's it. Like, I think that's gonna make a nice entry. I will see. Like, I'm not really sure what else could I add, so we'll see over time how it's gonna work out.
Adventures in Game Development, Chapter 22. Is this motherfucker dying?
Apparently, I'm not gonna be eating Chick-fil-A for a little while.
Fucking food poison from Chick-fil-A.
All I want to do is have
Well, I guess I'm gonna have to carry the weight of the entire goddamn team while you're dying.
motherfucker I contributed last night.
I know, but we can't talk about that. So you haven't done shit.
Exactly. Plus, today's a new day. That should have been what you fucking told me.
It's true. It erases your past. Alright, now tell me what happened. All I heard is I have fundamentally fucked something up.
I
What
don't
did you
know,
say?
Actually, working on some super secret fucking pseudo components.
So goddamn secret that I don't even know
And-
what's going on.
Pathfinding, of course, but like, watch the fucking tiles and the character and the angel.
What the fuck? You can even do that in Lua? I didn't even know you could
Dude,
fundamentally do that.
I really don't know, like, what the fuck. What the fuck is happening right now?
Can you smack that bitch? Whoa, oh well, I guess she died for a minute.
She's
Oh, her HP's going down. You prick. I guess he killed her. Well, alright,
I
shit.
really don't, but like, what the
I don't know, but you killed that
That's
bitch.
a weird rendering artifact.
Funny, because he doesn't have access to the renderers, so I don't know how the fuck he's doing that. That's engine shit, man. He's not. It's not like he's rendering.
No.
I'm rendering.
I've seen some shit like that when I had overlay OpenGL, like my console. It like made shit under it disappear for some fucking reason.
Dude,
But it had to do
It's
with
all the same elevation.
I don't even know, man.
I'll be back.
Alright, so this is something I've been like working on. It's kind of like a side project for me. So we have all this like 3D perspective shit going on. So something I wanted to do is, the sake of debuggetry and like when we're adding elevation shit, I'm working on a first-person camera for Elysian Shadows.
For flyover,
So
fancy
this is
intros.
first person, Lauren, and as you can see, the things. First of all, it emphasizes where we haven't elevated the levels properly. For example,
yeah.
this structure should all be elevated. That's why like only the tops are elevated and the rest looks like shit. But look at over here. This fountain is elevated properly. These
Yeah.
poles are
Move a
elevated
little bit so I
properly.
can see it, yeah.
That tree's elevated properly. I mean, it really looks amazing like that. But so that's my debug first person.
Yeah. Since you changed that stuff,
Camera.
we definitely have to go back over and redo elevation. I'm glad we don't have like ridiculous amount of levels to go back and modify.
Yeah, look how fucked his shadow is with that kind of
Jeez.
elevation.
Look at that Mister with the top hat. Like he's cool though. He's got it.
Oh Jesus! That invisible entity's casting a shadow. Oh
What?
fuck!
Oh.
I forgot. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Entities now by default cast shadows. I added a flag called set shadow volume. You're gonna want to set that to false when you do invisible entities like that, or else they're gonna fucking cast shadows.
Well, a lot of my smoke and mirrors has been broken.
Alright, so here is when I actually start taking notes. Because as I build them up, I notice more and more problems that I need to solve, like new assets that I actually need. So here's an example. You can see this part here. Those brushes. I want to put like a brush behind the brush to create like a wider, not a taller, but wider brush. Yeah. So, but it looks very fake. Like those two things are very flat. So I need a connection. So that's like the first thing on the list, which is or just more jagged. Yeah, like either more jagged or something like that. Something to connect, something to make a wider brush. That's one thing. Second one, as you could see with those trees there, I definitely need a fake forest, like fake tree forest style. So that's another thing. What else could I possibly need? Initially, I thought that I would need like for those grass on top of the tile. I thought that I would need like another special tiles that are like sort of like vertical tiles. No, horizontal tiles, because I thought that like the tiling will just not match, but it works fine, so you know I can scrap that. What else could I possibly need? I guess that's it for now. Like I will continue building up the map and see what other problems I will have. Yeah.
He's not wrong.
Alright, this motherfucker never has any toilet paper, so I brought 3, count them, 3 goddamn rolls, all the way from fucking Birmingham, just so I didn't
Dude,
have to
I get
touch
really into like the game development and shit. And, like I never go shopping. Like I
Never buy milk.
So,
Never like.
We've been out of ass wipes since like chapter 21, and I've just like they'll come over.
I brought you 3 last
I know
time.
they'll come over and be like, "Dude, we're out of ass wipe." And they'll bring ass wipe over. So like I never buy ass wipe because people keep bringing.
Oh, I mean, deving here at Studio Vorbis is trials and tribulations happen. People don't understand.
It's kind of like being in a college dorm, actually. Dude, last week when we ran out of ass wipe, man, like, all right, man, like, we thought we were out. We're like, we grabbed the coffee filters and the magic eraser.
Well,
We're like,
he
all
was
right,
in there shitting and he just yelled, "Tyler, I need a favor." Open the door, throw this shit in there. I was like, good luck. I don't know what the
It's
fuck
a rough life, man. It's a rough life doing this shit.
This is all for you, the fucking fans. I swear to God, this is for you. So, enjoy.
Show the fans what you just showed me.
Alright, so I'm in the process of basically making all the shit that I've been working on work together, like the dynamic shadows, the lighting, the bump mapping, all that shit. I've been talking with Patrick a lot about exactly how we want to handle the bump mapping.
Mm-hmm.
Like if we're auto-generating them or he's going to touch them up. Right now it looks like we're going to auto-generate them at first and he'll touch up like what isn't quite generated correctly. So what I have here is the part of a cave level we've been working on. It's kind of like the first intro dungeon to ES, which I'm not going to show you much of because you fuckers don't need to see that. So what I've done is I'm using a tool called Crazy Bump. And I've fed the tile sheet, which is this.
I was zooming in.
Okay, that's cool. I fed the tile sheet, which is that, into Crazy Bump, and it's generated this.
Bunch of normal maps.
This normal map, yeah, based on the sheet. So
Cool.
I've saved it and loaded it in the engine. I can initialize some lights. It doesn't look perfect, but it definitely has 3D lighting. It looks impressive. I think it recessed. We're figuring out it looks like it recessed the rocks instead of making them protrude.
Yeah, so it's a little weird.
Patrick's gonna have to like de-invert that or whatever the fuck, but it looks.
Yeah. And even Crazy Bump, we tried to invert it in there, and it still didn't quite give us what
Oh
we were
yeah,
looking
here's
for.
what I was showing you earlier with the fucking. So this is looking straight at the ground, so like I can do like an aerial view of the fucking caves.
That is cool as shit.
Yeah, and you can see the bump maps and shit.
That is
so
very
I'm
cool.
moving up the Z-axis.
You could do like a flyover of like a forest area for like a cutscene or something, showing all like the trees and shit.
Yeah, you should be able to do that.
As long as we could flip it the other way.
Yeah, you should be able to do that. But this is just the direction the light is looking.
And see, anyone who doubts that we're actually making a 3D game, like...
Dude, I think I could fly over the fucking adventure log up here. Should be able to. Oh yeah, there's these assholes and then... Oh, I must be above the adventure log. I don't even know. It's somewhere. But yeah, that's what's up. I fixed the shadows.
Yeah, good job.
Alright, so someone's been awake working while I was
Everybody
being
else is sleeping.
precious, being asleep for
Beauty
like
sleep because you need
10
it.
hours. It's only 2 in the afternoon.
So, working in caves a little bit today.
Right. Beautiful,
Patrick gave us one of our first fully animated sheets for a character. I had to do a little bit of modifying.
This is one of our first enemies, correct?
It is. This is what we've been referring to as the large bot or the large golem. So you can see like the color palettes and whatnot.
Right.
I had to modify it a little bit because when you first gave it to us, it didn't have like left-right fully, so modified the sheet a bit. But
Okay.
look it all up.
Yeah, dude, he has a fucking idle animation.
Oh yes,
Dude, that's fucking smooth, man.
I know. I couldn't.
That
I
looks
replaced the angel
really
first,
good.
and like the way that I have her walk right now, she was doing like the little thing. So
Yeah.
I just replaced Julian's with this. So
I mean, that makes sense. No, dude, that looks... Zoom in on his bitch ass. Yeah, dude, that looks really good.
I don't have the attacks tied to him yet, but
Good
he
job,
does have
Patrick.
attacks up, down, left, right. So And he's got like some
dude.
sort of I-beam shit that he does. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, we would show you in the caves, but that's kind of top secret right now.
Yeah.
They don't need to be seeing the caves.
They don't need to be seeing those yet.
Alright, gentlemen. Well, fuck. I feel like a worthless piece of shit for sleeping
Good.
until 2 p.m.
What'd you get the fuck to work?
Okay, guys. Talking time. So, by the way, here is the mistake that, because you might be wondering, why do I say that the previous map is shit, but the one that I'm going to do is the pristine one? So here is the idea behind it. With those trees, you want to funnel down the player, yeah? So we're basically building a corridors here. Like, it's all gonna be a corridors that players can walk with. Players should not be able to walk, like, between the trees, because here are the map boundaries, yeah? Like, this is the boundary of a map. Like the level, like, here's the boundary to which the level goes, and no further. And the mistake that the player cannot walk to it, because if they did, then, you know, the game is probably gonna crash. Like, you cannot go out of boundaries in the map. So what we want to do is that we want to funnel up the player, and we want to like, walk him off of the boundaries. So the best example for that we have is Lauren exterior. As you follow it up, like, you can see that there is, like, along the edges, there is no way for a player to enter there, yeah? So let's start, like, here, it's a wall off, yeah? Like, he can go there, up, yep, wall off, under wall off, and actually there is also a fence here, and there are some barrels, and all wall, fence, boxes, probably, boxes, fence, barrels, fence. So you see, like, the map all around is walled off. So, and it also feels, and it's not, and it's very fluid, because it's often like a part of the building or part of something else. So it feels very fluid, and it doesn't look artificial. It doesn't look fake. So we don't have to put, like, a fake wall in there. It looks very, very fluid. And the same thing that I want to do here. So here's gonna be the transition point, right? And as the player walks, okay, so here's a house, here are some bushes, okay, so we cannot go through shrubbery, here's a house, and here starts forest. That's gonna be, like, impenetrable, like, the player cannot walk through it. And then we continue the trend, like, along the edges, so, you know, it's gonna go here, and then it's gonna something start here, and it's essentially gonna go all the way here, so the players will be walled off of the boundary, and here is gonna be transition place, and here's gonna be another transition place, yeah, so it's all gonna be fine and dandy. No problems whatsoever. Oh, and obviously, like this, like, I'm gonna mirror essentially what's here. So, like, walls. That's gonna be done, right? So, back to work.
Falco was working on something all week long, and this is my first time seeing it.
Alright, it's been all goddamn week. Let me pull this level up. Alright, so I'm just digging off in the forest. Basically, I finished omnidirectional cubed mapped shadows for point lights. So point lights emanate light in every fucking direction. You have to be able to handle shadows in every direction. And I'm trying to make it where I'm not just doing those lame-ass cubes anymore, I'm doing actual shadows. So first of all, I wanted to talk about the fact, see, the perspective is different now. Originally the camera was looking down at the scene like that, so I took the camera and I moved it to 45 degrees because, one, it's easier to do shadows like that, and two, that's actually accurate to the game.
Well, like, the entities are actually perpendicular now?
Yeah. But the problem is our artist fucking hates it, and I fucking love it. So I don't know which one. We posted a screenshot and the fans loved it. It's like, I don't know. I think we need to have a vote on which perspective needs
Dude,
to
honestly,
happen.
I couldn't tell with the screenshot, but this makes all the difference to me.
I think it looks more 3D. But anyway, okay, so, like, here's these dick wads. Okay. So let me get a point light going on. Here's a point light, and you can see dynamic point light shadows. See the shadows emanating in all directions?
That is so sexy.
Yeah, dude. And the shadows are a lot harder to pull off when the entities aren't truly, like, facing the right direction and truly perpendicular.
Can you swap back to show the fans?
Do what?
Can you swap back to the other perspective? How fast?
Yeah. Turn off real quick. I'll just cut to it. Alright, so we're back. Here's the same scene with the traditional ES camera. This is basically overhead, like Chrono Trigger Secret of Mana, with the entities being rendered at more of a not real perspective. The ground Camera's looking straight down, the ground is like this, the entities are like this, so they're still facing the camera in not quite a realistic way. And it does show with the lights.
Yeah.
And I could totally make it better behaved, but I think the other way, honestly...
But simply popping them up to where they're perpendicular solves a lot of problems.
I think the other way just looks more 3D and adds more depth to the scene. Like, this is more traditional 2D RPG, but, like, we're really trying to market ourselves as, like, this trendy, like, next-gen game, and we have so much three-dimensional shit going on. I really feel like there's got to be a better perspective than just this flatness.
I mean, I think if we're going to be doing this, the lighting and everything else next gen, like I think a slightly different perspective would really.
So fans, you saw the old perspective. You see this, weigh in, like convince our artists.
Yeah.
And I'll play with some more perspectives too, like that. But I really feel like we can do something better than just this.
I mean, my main concern would be like
What
the
do you think of
perspective and everything for combat, but.
I like both equally.
Oh my fucking god!
If I had to pick one, I'd go with the new shit just because
It's different and
Yeah.
like I said, the screenshot didn't really do it justice because I was like, oh, that doesn't look that different, and then I saw it and instantly, without even having this other one like side by side, I was like, oh my god, that's amazing. Like, and although I stare at the engine all the fucking time, so. Jeez.
So first playable demo.
First playable demo. How many of those have you had?
A few.
What the fuck is going on?
Behold.
Alright, well, let me get
Alright.
situated. Jesus Christ, what is that? Okay.
Alright.
Loading some
Colliders. Okay, cool. Ready? Go ahead and... What? It's fine. And you tell her to chase your bitch ass. Oh, fuck.
Alright.
If she hits you, she'll kill you. So you gotta like fucking... Ah, fuck.
Oh shit, man. She's tracking your ass. Is it down? Oh, yeah. Angel HP. Oh!
You prick.
You killed that bitch.
I know.
Nice, dude. You got the colliders resolved.
It's, well, it's also a proof of concept of the current combat engine back end. So, as you can see, the HP was decrementing. So,
Yeah, we made like this giant abstract combat system, which
my god.
it's mostly for like managing stats and being able to like apply abstractly different.
I don't want to really give anything
Yeah,
away. I'm
you
trying
know,
to like
maybe we
talk
should
about
shut
it
the
without
fuck
like, but that is like really going to be probably an episode or two in its own. Like when we fucking break it down and we're like, this is it. Like this is how we're doing all of it. It's going to be patented.
Yeah. So basically, he's exercising the back end.
It's massaging the bits, if you will.
Woo! Alright, so the fans keep asking me what kind of dev resources I use or books. Well, this is the Library of the Ancients and why I'm broke as shit. I started collecting the GPU gems because they're fucking awesome, and the game programming gems. They cost a lot of money, so yeah. This is actually one of the better books I use for working on the shaders. If you don't know anything about modern OpenGL or shaders, this book is actually a piece of shit. This is for people who do know, well, not necessarily modern OpenGL, that know the fixed function pipeline or the programmable pipeline, and they're looking to develop for specifically the subset of OpenGL that's ES for mobile platforms. It's also not a bad introduction to just the programmable pipeline in general. And then these are some of my other books in my collection. I have a lot of embedded C programming books because I'm obviously really into C, OpenCL, GPU stuff, a lot of architecture books. Here's a Qt book, Game Physics, that's a really good book, Game Physics, Objective-C, which I hate, but it's a necessary evil. Got some hardware books up here. A lot of good shit, but yeah, I definitely would recommend this. The OpenGL Super Bible is not bad. It's very dense. It's more for a reference than anything else. But, oh yeah, if you want to get into physics, this is honestly like a really freaking good book. I learned a lot of stuff from this one a couple years back, and that's kind of what our physics engine's based off of, that you'll be seeing a lot more of pretty soon. And yeah.
Alright, I think we've had some astounding ideas
Yeah,
this
so
evening.
we've been playing with a bunch of perspective. Like, a lot of this night has been like playing with different perspectives and things. Like, the truth is, now the engine is really architected as like a pseudo 3D engine. Well, it is truly 3D. And we're going for a Kickstarter in the summer, and we're
Yep.
trying to really home in on things that differentiate Elysian Shadows from other 2D traditional RPGs. We're really trying to build like a next-gen 2D RPG experience, and we have this 3D like framework, so we're really trying to figure out like different things we can do to further emphasize basically like the 3D-ness of the engine. And something, this is a perspective that like has really stuck with us. This is kind of like a first-person camera, like this perspective, where we want to have it now where usually the camera's overhead, but we can have certain areas, like for example this church is really a rather
pretty
small
small
area that just takes up a full screen. I mean, like, just moving that to a more three-dimensional perspective really is pretty game-changing for us. And for transitions, like say you walk, you're outside with the traditional overhead perspective, you walk into a door or something, just having the camera like tilt down to where you walk in the door will really add like a whole bunch of depth to the game.
Or giving emphasis to dialogue or certain events on
We've
screen.
been talking about the cinematic effects of this too. Like you have so much of a better view of the characters, and the way that we wanted to do animations and display emotion and stuff we wanted to do through the sprites. So we really have a lot of cinematic potential here that like no other 2D game has really had. By like you're having a dialogue with someone, the camera can really like pan down, and so you really see that you're.
That's stuff you see in modern games, like.
So one of the goals we're trying to do with Elysian Shadows now is to really weave this sense of 3 dimensions and the dynamic camera into this. So I think we're kind of deciding on exactly how we want to go about that. But this is definitely a really good perspective for us.
It's definitely a really good start.
You need to have a camera that allows doing that and easily and focusing on certain things for the cinematics. But
So you're going to wrap the camera to Lua?
Yeah. The camera is wrapped, but none of the 3D functionality is wrapped, so that's kind of where we're at. Like, I've been focusing on the Kickstarter, like, things that are very attention-grabbing. So at this point, we won't have, obviously, a complete game before the Kickstarter. We're Kickstarting to make a fucking game.
Yeah.
So it's more showing you the engine we have, the potential we have here. This is the kind of game that we could make if you guys gave us the opportunity to do this. Like, this is our vision, and if you guys truly believe in it, please contribute to this Kickstarter, and we can make this game. That's kind of where we're at. So
Jesus,
that's why I'm doing.
Me. Shit.
That's why I'm doing all this R&D stuff. Is I'm really trying to solidify our vision for ES. Like, even if right now it's kind of a trap, like these are kind of fundamental things that we'd envision being in the game. Even if like you two are directly doing gameplay right now, but I'm off in R&D land. But that's kind of my sales pitch, along with sexy ass perspective camera. So please, God, contribute to our Kickstarter.
Jesus.
You won't regret it.
Here's the normal view if you want to look at it.
Yeah, completely
unadulterated.
unadulterated.
This is well, it's not really the normal view. That's the oblique. Oblique orthographic projection.
It's the standard Chrono Trigger.
Actually, no, this one's oblique. I disabled the normal orthographic, the parallel orthographic projection. So this one's oblique. But yeah, I have it where you can swap easily right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna need access to that.
Yeah, looks good with the bump mapping.
Jeez, look better with all fucking egg crates broken up.
You see how like she gets greener as I go into her?
Yeah.
That's because she's specularly lit. She's like got a green material right now. You can set the material properties for the specular highlights.
Right here.
So she's more reflective in like the green spectrum right now. I was just digging off. She won't be fucking green. But for example.
For example, I made her green.